All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the pastors and elders of Great Millstone. A peace and salutation to the elect. This is Ashawn coming at you once again from the Baltimore branch of GMS. Now, I came across a couple of videos, right? And I thought to myself, it was on, these so-called, well, Israelites. It was on these Israelites calling themselves Afro Mexican or Afro Latino. And the first thing came to my mind when I saw the clips are these these people got the spirit of well, I believe they're Israelites, but specific tribe. They seem, to me, they seem to be Judites because as Israelites we were scattered all around. See, this is what people don't realize. Like, certain tribes were scattered amongst other tribes. Like we wholeheartedly believe that the so-called Mexicans are the tribe of Issachar, right? But agreeing to that is also tribes that so you gotta understand that when the Lord scattered us, He scattered us. I mean, it was you had Gadites. You got Gadites that scattered all through Europe, you know, and because I believe you do the research. The so-called Native Americans, they were shipped over to, a lot of them were shipped over to Europe during the time of the conquistadors. But even before that, when the Lord when the whole exile from the Middle East, when the northern tribes came over to the Western Hemisphere, every single you know person from the northern tribe didn't come over here. You still had individuals that stayed over in the Middle East, all the way up until this day. From Gad all the way down to Issachar. You got Reubenites and all that still over there, scattered, you know, as well as Judites all the way down to Benjamin and Levi, So we're all scattered, we're all scattered. And to tell you the truth, you even got tribes mixed in within the other tribes, just like on a clip on us. And I'm gonna bring this and I believe these people are Judites because Judah, they have like a certain spirit to them, like a certain, like a prideish, type spirit, And I'm gonna play the clip, but let me bring this. I'm bringing scripture out. Well, already got it up, and this is Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourning, and the gates thereof language, they are black unto the ground. So these people that you see on the screen, I believe they are Judites, Now, Issachar, we believe that the so-called Mexicans are the Issacharites, but you still got tribes. Every tribe is not. When you're scattered, scattered means you're in different places. You're not in confined to one spot. You know, so you got Judites down in Mexico that just as dark as you got Issacharites that just as dark as Judah, and vice versa. Who you think that was sitting over there in the sun, putting up those pyramids while those Hamites, Egyptians were, whipping us and all that. It was you know, the the so-called Issacharites. You had what's the Manasseh, definitely Manasseh. You know, Ephraimites. You know, Simeon, all of them. You know, all of them. They were sitting over in that hot sun in Egypt. You know, and so on and so on. So we're all scattered abroad. You know. And before I play the clip, I'm gonna bring this scripture out over at Acts. We're gonna go to Acts. I'm gonna get the scripture first, and then I'm gonna pull up the clip, brothers. All right, something. Salaki. Something happened. Satan. All right, let's go over here. Give me a second. Uh, all right, we're gonna get the book of Acts. 1:8. Chapter 8. And we're gonna go with verse 4. This is Acts 8:4. All right, brothers. Give me 1 second. My mind playing tricks on me right now. All right. Let's just pull it up on the screen. Here we go. All right, this is Acts chapter 8, verses 4. And it reads, "Therefore, they that were scattered abroad went everywhere preaching a word." So let's talk about the Israelites. We were scattered everywhere, you know. Let's play this clip because I believe these are Judites mixed among the actual Issacharites, you know.
People of African descent go back hundreds of years in Mexico, but as a group, Afro-Mexicans are largely invisible. A 2015 census is changing that. CCTV's Frank Contreras has insight from Mexico's southern state of Oaxaca.
Among Afro-Mexican communities here on the Pacific coast of Mexico's Oaxaca state, this dance is symbolic. Locals say the devils represent the growing power of African descendants in this part of Latin America. It's a history that's beginning to gain global attention. The presence of Africa here in Oaxaca state is one of the lesser-known aspects of the vast cultural diversity in this region, one of the most culturally diverse in all of Latin America. Last year, for the first time, the government conducted an interim census asking Mexicans, based on your culture, history, and traditions, do you consider yourself black, meaning Afro-Mexican or Afro-descendant? And nearly 1.4 million people responded, yes. Afro-Mexican communities exist here in Oaxaca State's Costa Chica region, the neighboring state of Guerrero, and Veracruz state, among others. An Afro-Mexican leader from Pinotepa Nacional says, as a nation, Mexico is much more than just a mixture of Spanish and indigenous.
And the reason why I say that, brother, is because I believe that, Judah just had that certain prideness. Not all of them, but some of them had a certain pride. And these people, when you hear the guy and the lady talking, they sound like so-called Negroes, and a lot of the northern tribe, all the tribes have different attributes, and but the main thing that we had to praise the Lord that we're Israelites, But let's go on with the clip.
His people.
Creemos que todo el mundo debería de saber.
We believe that the whole world should know that in the colonial era, Mexico was an entry point for African slaves. Our ancestors were forcibly brought here under slavery.
But images of African descendants in Mexico rarely appear in public. The exception is this famous comic book character, Memín Penguin, which was created in the 1940s. Nicomedes Ramirez and her cousin, Castula Silva, grew up in these impoverished coastal communities. Ramirez says over the years, politicians have come with their election year promises to end poverty.
They told us they would help, and they would bring us basic things we were lacking. All we had to do was ask, but so far, they have done nothing for us.
I never went to school because when I was a girl, there was no school here. We had to go to another community, and my parents, may they rest in peace, told me I could not go, so I never studied.
Afro-Mexican communities are almost completely separated from the rest of Mexico, and very few outsiders ever come here for a first-hand look at their most well-known traditions, like this dance known as a chilena. Or this one, depicting a charging bull. Mexico's national constitution is the only one in Latin America that does not specifically mention the existence of citizens of African descent. Afro-Mexican authorities say they're planning to take legal action and change the constitution so that it includes them.
By having no presence in the Mexican Constitution, there is no public policy that protects our rights and necessities. We, as Afro-Mexicans, like many indigenous Mexicans, live in regions of extreme marginalization.
Constitutional recognition would finally...
So in other words, they're basically they are like separate from the other Mexican, with some a lot of those are Tears and Edomites, the ones with and you got it's all the tribes are mixed up. You got Benjamites down in Mexico, Levites, not only Judah, but I would say are more like the southern tribe, because they tracing their lineage back to the transatlantic slave trade. But Mexico, the Mexicans went into so-called Mexicans. The Issacharites went into slavery under the conquistadors. So they had their land stripped away from them, and they were also put on the slave ships, the Issacharites, but you had all the tribes mixed up among, especially in that area by South America. You had a mixture of northern tribes and southern tribes, including Benjamin as well as Levi. Levi are the priests. They're the priests of the nation. But I'm gonna finish up.
Give them access to medical services, educational grants, and social security benefits. For now, Afro-Mexicans, whose descendants came from places like Kenya, the Congo, and later the Caribbean, still do not enjoy these basic rights. Frank Contreras, CCTV, on the Costa Chica in Mexico's southern state of Oaxaca.
Yep. Yeah, brother. So we all scattered. We scattered. We're all scattered. Let me get the scriptures. All right, I want 2nd Ezra. And I want the second chapter. Yeah. And we're going to go with verse 7. And it reads, let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. See? So we were all scattered among the heathen, you know? We were on different lands, you know, under different policies. So we couldn't keep our laws. Basically, we follow the other nations. Reading on, it says, let their names be put out of the earth, for they had despised my covenant. See, we all forgot who we were. And like the Lord said, it been put in the ground. It been buried for so long. You know, people going around calling themselves Mexican. We call ourselves Black, African American, Afro Latino. You know, we're not none of them. We're Israelites, you know, from our specific tribe, you know. Let their names be put out of the earth. Wow, so we were put out of the earth, brothers. But the Lord is bringing us back. The Lord is slowly bringing us back, you know. I want to get one more scripture at over there at John 11th chapter. Yep. I'm going to go with, let's go with verse 52. This is John 11 chapter verse 52, and it reads, and not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, that were scattered abroad. So yeah, we were all scattered. We all over the earth, put it like that. We're not just in one specific spot. We scattered all over. But the main deliverance is in Babylon the Great, which is America. You know, that's the main where the main deliverance going to be at. Basically, this is the you know, how you got the world stage. Well, this is the middle of the world stage. You know, but I hope this was edifying. Till again, brothers, shalom.